Thank you all for being here, honored guests, trustees, parents, faculty, staff, and of course you boys. I want to welcome you all to this exciting occasion. This is an important moment for all of us, but this afternoon I want to begin by speaking directly to you, our boys. All of us here know the name Charles C. Gates. He challenged and inspired others to take risks and think creatively when faced with a problem. At Cardigan, we're always looking for ways to challenge you boys to do just that. Whether it's through the Gates competition or in the classroom or in your personal life, we want you to have the confidence to believe that there's a solution to every problem. You just have to be brave enough to look for it and to face a couple stumbles along the way. As adults, we also try to embrace that philosophy, and we're here today because a group of people saw a need to boldly commit themselves to finding a solution. Knowing it wouldn't be easy, knowing we might need to change course a couple times, those people stuck to their guns and worked hard to get us right where we are now, about to break ground for Wallach, a place where innovative design, applied engineering, and creative arts will thrive at Cardigan for generations to come. In recent years, we've been working hard to improve the spaces where you boys live, play, and gather together. And this work will continue. Today, I'm proud to oversee the groundbreaking of a project that focuses on spaces where you learn and which reflects what we truly value as an educational community. You might have heard the saying that form should always follow function. For a project like this, that means that shape and design of a building should reflect and support its purpose. So I'm going to take a minute or two to explain how this project will reflect our educational purpose and values. Our mission at Cardigan is to offer you boys a community that prepares you for responsible and meaningful lives in a global society. In other words, our world is changing rapidly, and we are committed to preparing you to thrive within it. So how do we do that? We do that by preparing you not to simply memorize facts, but to apply them. By encouraging you not just to solve problems that are handed to you on worksheets, but to examine the challenges in your life so that you can find new ways to conquer them. The learning spaces that will arise from these first few shovelfuls of dirt are designed to help you do just that. In Wallach, many of you will explore the connections between design, engineering, and the arts. And with Wallach in place, other classrooms will expand as well, giving your teachers the ability to take your classes where they've never been before. You'll work together, seeing the problems afresh through eyes of others, and you'll also have a personal aha moment once in a while that you'll follow to its natural conclusion. You'll take risks, you'll fail, you'll try again, and you'll fail, and you'll try again, and you'll learn. And that is the embodiment of our educational philosophy. Which brings us back to Charles Gates, father of our guest Diane Wallach. Diane is a former Cardigan parent, trustee, and an honorary alumna who's been instrumental in making this project happen, and about whom you'll hear a little bit more later. Charles Gates famously captured the same philosophy in his saying, "Throw your hat across the creek." And growing up in the American West, you can bet that if he threw his hat across a creek, it would be his beloved, well-worn cowboy hat, and you better believe that he'd be committed to working out how to retrieve that before that sucker hit the other side. Well, we're equally committed to preparing you boys to thrive by building all of your cooperative, creative, problem-solving, risk-taking muscles. I want the hats that you're wearing today to serve as a reminder of that. Now, if I may address the larger group gathered here this afternoon, this weekend is special for lots of reasons. Families are here to see their boys. Cardigan's amazing board of trustees is here to do the behind-the-scenes work that helps Cardigan thrive. And the Gates competition is underway. And just as it takes untold numbers to make a weekend like this a success, it takes many unsung heroes to make something like the Wallach project possible in a 12-month period. We will pause and acknowledge some of those people in a moment. For my part, I want to take this opportunity to publicly thank the faculty and staff who have helped turn our vision for students into this vital project. Joe Doherty and other faculty members whose language helped translate our educational philosophy into design. Joe Burnett and David Perfield before him, Sandy Hollingsworth and the development team who helped share that vision with the Cardigan community. And Tim Jennings and all those who convert the vision into detailed plans that we can implement in real time. And now I want to introduce someone who has been a tremendous leader and support to me, Jeremy Kriegler, class of 1979 and chair of Cardigan's Board of Trustees. He'll share a little bit more about the impact of this project and also recognize others who have helped make it a reality. Please join me in welcoming Jeremy Kriegler.
As chair of the board of Cardigan, I'm thrilled to be breaking ground today on the first major academic building in 23 years, not since Bronfman. It is an important reaffirmation of our core mission as a school, and I'm particularly excited by the educational opportunity Wallach provides the boys. Inscribed under the name Wallach on the side of the building for everyone to see will be 6 words: innovative design, applied engineering, creative arts. And one of the many things I have learned about Diane Wallach is that she does everything with purpose. So we should consider why she chose to enshrine those 6 words on this new building. I suspect in time that it will become a daily reminder for everyone passing through its doors that learning, true lifelong learning, has always been an interdisciplinary activity. That success comes from the intersection of innovation, creativity, engineering, design, and the arts. Rearrange those 6 words in almost in any order, and they have the same effect. I can think of no better example in history of lifelong experimental learning than Leonardo da Vinci, who coincidentally died exactly 500 years ago yesterday. He was renowned for his paintings, as well as his intricate and scientifically accurate drawings. And his many, many innovations, he envisioned the helicopter before man had even learned the principles of aerodynamics necessary to fly. He dissected human cadavers to learn how muscles worked in order to paint the infamous smile on the Mona Lisa. But Leonardo was also known for his many failures and his many unfinished works. And while we stand here today to recognize her enormous generosity and leadership, make no mistake that Diane Wallach has also laid down a new challenge for all of us. To fully utilize this space, to fully incorporate throughout our curriculum a philosophy of learning through innovative design, applied engineering, and creative arts, the programmatic opportunity this building represents will be profound, and it will evolve, as it should over time, to meet the challenges of the day. And it is no coincidence that Diane has also included on the side of Wallach the now famous Charlie Gates cowboy hat. A reminder that we must throw our collective hats across the stream to seize the opportunity that is Wallach. Thank you, Diane, for raising our gaze from what lies directly in front of us to what lies on the other side of the stream. But in addition to Diane, Wallach would not have come to fruition without several others on the board and staff that I would like to thank. To start, my thanks to Carl Hutter and his leadership on the Development Committee, and Joe Burnett and his team in the Advancement Office. This has been an extraordinarily successful fundraise, and my thanks and congratulations to them and that entire team. I also want to thank Candace Martin for her leadership on the Real Estate Committee and their tireless work alongside Tim Jennings and Arc Design to make this building concept a design reality. They've been tremendous and steadfast in their work over the last year. So thank you. Finally, many thanks to all the donors to this project, the large and small, who are too many to name here. Board members, staff, parents, past and present, were extraordinarily generous. This could not have been done without all of you, and particularly a large group of international families who came through to make this project happen. One more page. All right. I say this with some trepidation in front of everybody, but I believe that boys learn best when they break things. And to the boys gathered here today, let me finish with the words of Thomas Edison, another noted tinkerer and like Da Vinci, who once said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Wallach will be a place for you to break things, to collectively create and innovate 10,000 ways that may not work, in your search to artfully engineer one way that does. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Jeremy. And before introducing her, I'd like to say a word about Diane. if I may. We've talked about Charles Gates' philosophy today and how it encapsulated an important aspect of the Cardigan program, but I want to take a moment to emphasize the enormous impact that Diane Wallach has had on Cardigan, entirely independent of her father's legacy here. Diane probably doesn't know it, but since I became head of school at Cardigan, she has served as an unofficial mentor to me. You can learn a lot from people when you listen carefully to their words. You can learn a lot more when you match those words with their actions and see that they are perfectly aligned. Like most wise people, Diane responds to questions not with answers, but with more questions. She works tirelessly to solve problems by empowering others to discover their own solutions. She understands that true wisdom is earned, most often with the help of others. I truly believe that we all need the support of a team to help us reach our potential. Diane has been that teammate for me and for many others here at Cardigan. Less than 2 years ago, I asked Diane to consider a gift of financial support for this project. In classic Diane fashion, she countered with a problem to solve. It took the form of a challenge gift, which required us to raise matching funds or get nothing. She knew that we could rise to the challenge once we committed to doing so. We had to find our own way across the creek. I'm proud to say that with lots of help, we were able to do just that. Based on her inspiring support for the school and for this project, we invited Diane to choose a name for this building. She was reluctant to do so because she wanted the school to select a name that worked best for the community. Well, I believe we've done just that. With her kind permission, this building will carry the name Wallach to show our appreciation for the invaluable partnership that Diane has maintained with this fortunate school and with so many of us who serve it. I'm honored to introduce a great friend of Cardigan, Diane Wallach, right now.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for that nice introduction. Throw your hat across the creek. This is the hat that I'm wearing today. It's really beat up. It's seen a lot of miles. It has gone over a few creeks. It's also gone under one pickup truck and a few horse hooves and things like that. So anybody who's curious, you can come take a look. But this was Charlie's hat. I thought it was pretty suiting to wear it today, don't you think? The hat, though, is only a symbol. For every talent and every insight you can bring to bear to take on a challenge, to solve a problem, to bring out the magic and the creative spirit that every single person here has within themselves and within a team. You know, you bring together great talent in different people too. And the hat is a symbol for that process. Throw that hat, take a chance, pull in those resources and solve a problem. That's what this building is about. It's not just the words on the door, the innovative design, applied engineering, creative arts. Those are nouns and great adjectives, but think of them as dynamic verbs. It's really about a process and a way of learning. And that's what hopefully will be the magic in this space once it's created. It's not bricks and mortar. It's about the creative process. My dad had a saying for just about everything, I think. But one of my favorites was always, no one does his or her best work alone. This is a great example of that. There were many, many people who did come to the table, and they've been mentioned already by both Chris and Jeremy. But I want to add my thanks to theirs. And it's really exciting to be here and know that this is going to be a reality, and that in 18 months, we've thrown our hat. In 18 months, we're going to be here to catch it on the other side. So thank you today.
That's a fantastic hat, and it's well worn, and it's a gem. But we have a little gift for Diane, and that's a brand new one to take home to here you are, ma'am. I hope it fits. Here we go. Diane. And now I'd like to call on Director of Spiritual Life, Cheryl Bork, to provide a blessing for this occasion. Cheryl.
What an honor it is to be here today. Do you realize, boys and adults, that years from now, when you come back to visit your favored school, you will be able to point to this very spot upon which will then stand an epicenter of vision and creative discovery, and you will be able to say, I was there. I saw it begin. Jesus once told this short parable. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and count the cost to see if you have enough resources to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will say, this person began to build and wasn't able to finish. Today, as we dip symbolic shovel into this honest New Hampshire dirt, may we look ahead with hope to the finish, to the building that we know will be. But may we not forget those generous souls whose sacrifice and dedication to the Cardigan mission propelled this project forward. Those Cardigan friends who were more than willing to count the cost. May we be grateful for the generosity of the Wallach family. May we be grateful for all of the visionaries who looked at this hill of grass and were able to see a future generation of innovators willing to risk throwing their hats, I would say, into and across the great stream of creativity that flows through Cardigan Mountain School. And may we be truly glad to have been a part of this union of past and present, vision and reality, giver and gift. Amen.